Hi guys.
Hi everybody, how are you?
Good.
So good.
I'm so excited to be here. I feel like we haven't recorded in a little bit.
I know it's
Much has happened.
yeah. I went to Hawaii.
You went to Hawaii. I went to New York.
Yeah. That's right. And Halloween happened.
Halloween.
Two favorite places. I'm so jealous. I need to like go on vacation or do something.
We're gonna do it. Life is short. We are gonna be doing all the things. We had like a kind of quick entrance to winter.
Yeah.
Like winter weather, because it's not winter yet. It's
Is
still
it not? When does winter start?
December 21st.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's still fall.
Right. But it has snowed. I have had to scrape my car. I've worn my snow boots. Like, it's been winter.
Literally, I think the day we got to Hawaii was the day that it snowed in Utah. I was like, perfect timing.
I know.
But it was like crazy because like the day before we left, or like the day that we flew, because it took us like a day.
Yeah.
I guess it was like still like chill weather. Like it was still chilly, but not like I need a big old sweater or cold.
Yeah.
And then the next day, apparently it was like, oh, I need to bring out my big old sweater.
It was kind of exciting. Like I never really get super excited about winter or snow, but this time around it just felt like I need a change of the season. Like it felt good.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you felt that way.
It was the first time in my
feel that
life.
way at all. I was like, are you kidding me? It's October like 28th. I was like, stop. Like, I love snow. Okay, no, I don't really love snow. I don't mind snow as much, like, December. Once it's like, okay.
When it's
Christmas
supposed
is
to.
right, when it's supposed to. But I was like, we haven't even had Halloween yet.
I know.
And I'm out here, I'm going to wear a really short dress for Halloween, and there's snow on the ground.
Yeah.
But I hope I don't get cold, am I right?
Well, you do.
You're not a hoe.
You're not a hoe.
It took me like a sec to like realize what you just said. Like,
I know. We just yeah. That's like, did she really just say that?
anyways, that is so funny. I was like, what did she just say? Oh yeah.
Okay, anyway.
So we had Halloween. That was cold-ish. And we went trick-or-treating with Cody's family
Oh, yeah?
up in Lehigh. So
That's fun.
it was only for a little bit. Like, I swear there were like no kids trick-or-treating.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone's kept saying that.
Yeah. Like, a lot. I mean, obviously it depends where you live, right? But I'm like, okay, we're going to Lehigh, a really nice neighborhood. There were only a couple people out and about.
What time did you go?
We went like at 6.
No, I saw
Was it
so
dark?
many TikToks
Starting to get dark.
of like families saying like, "Where's everyone?"
And then you see what happened in Daybreak.
Yeah,
they were
literally
all there.
Everybody
was
was
there.
there.
I mean,
Just
I think I
crazy.
brought it up a couple episodes ago. I was like, oh, I feel like there's kind of a lot of hype going on for Daybreak Halloween. And yeah, there's like 4,000 trick-or-treaters there, and it was packed, and
Yeah.
it looked cool, though. It actually looked like Halloween
but
Town.
it didn't look worth it though. Like you're gonna stand in line
Right,
to trick
yeah.
like
Parking?
what?
You're gonna freaking run kids over? Yeah.
Crazy. I've never seen anything like that before.
I took my nephew trick-or-treating. He's 1. So I basically like took him trick-or-treating for the first
I
time
know. I
ever.
saw the picture.
It was so cute. There was enough kids. I wouldn't say it was like a ton, but
Yeah, okay.
yeah, we like we went to probably just like 6 or 7 houses because he's little, so he didn't really like first couple houses. He had no idea what was going on, and then he understood the concept of like grabbing candy. He's like, okay.
I love him.
He just was like grabbing the candy, and then like I had a bag. He would just like put in the bag. It was so cute. I love him so much, but it was fun. I realized that I went trick-or-treating for the first time in 14 years.
What?
Crazy.
Because last time I went trick-or-treating that I could remember, and I like went through every year of my memory. I was like, did I go? I haven't been since I was 14, and I was like in junior high. And I went with a bunch of my friends in Kentucky. I remember we went to this neighborhood called Grandel. We're like, oh, let's all go to Grandel. And then
That's crazy.
And then like all of high school, college, like you don't trick-or-treat there.
Yeah.
So 14 years.
I think I went trick or treating on my mission.
Sister.
No,
Hermana.
I did because like we weren't invited because you're not supposed to go tracting on Halloween, at least in California. Like, we were not supposed to go do that.
Makes sense, I guess.
Because then people would think you're dressed as a missionary or whatever, right?
That's your costume.
Like,
What if we dress up as a missionaries
you're
next
not
year?
supposed to, but like this family invited us to spend Halloween at
With
their
them?
house, and we did, and then like the whole family just went trick-or-treating around the neighborhood, and we're
Did
like,
you dress up?
No, I can't do that. So we were missionaries. I think I had ear cats on. No, but we just went with the family and got candy. It was kind of fun.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's funny.
Yeah, I hadn't,
Because, there are people that could dress as... I don't think that the people that are dressing up as missionaries are out trick-or-treating. They're the ones at parties. So,
Right.
You know, they're
Did I
not
tell you
gonna
guys
be
about? Yeah, did I tell you about the party I went to? The Heaven and Hell party.
You mentioned
little
it,
bit,
but...
Yeah. So I was actually listening to our episode and I was like, okay, I totally lied. Like all the things I said that I was gonna dress up as, I did not. Like I was not Bob Marley.
Oh, you weren't Bob Marley?
No,
What
I
was
changed my plan all like last minute, like literally 2 days before.
Dang.
I was like, oh, scratch all my ideas. We got a new idea. Because Says, my cousin, was like, oh, I'm gonna be Julius Caesar. And I was like, well, if you're gonna be Julius Caesar, it's only appropriate for me to go as Cleopatra.
Yeah.
So the last 2 days before Halloween, I was like making my costume for Cleopatra. And
You
so
guys looked good.
well,
Yeah, that was cool.
I looked incredible.
Yeah.
But Says did not come as Julius Caesar.
Oh my god! What was he?
Nothing. He put on some like thing and eyeshadow, and that was it.
No.
I was like, "What are
So
you?"
he tried, kind of.
No, he didn't try. It was like day of the party. I was like, "Are you ready?" He was like, "No." And I had this one. I had a dress.
I can hear him say that. No.
No, he was in bed. He's like, no. I have this one like maxi dress that's like one shoulder and it's like frilly, and I was like, Nini was like, wear this dress, and so he put it on. I was like, great, you look like a Roman goddess. Wear it, and then he didn't. So I was Cleopatra, and I actually really liked my costume this year. So it was fun. My friend who threw the party was Joseph Smith, and it was so funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
It was
I never saw a
hilarious.
picture of them.
I'll have to show you guys pictures, but yeah. But with that being said, it has been cold, and I think that's got a lot. It's like weighing heavily on our minds just because cold for me is rough. And so I think that's what we wanted to talk about in today's episode. We wanted to just talk about how we can survive this, because sometimes I feel like I'm not going to, and I think we can all help each other out, give each other some ideas and tips and stuff like that.
I feel like this is actually like legit the first winter time that I'm like, oh, this might be hard. Like I've never had, I guess you could say, like the winter blues. Like I have felt moments of it, like oh, the weather's moody, so I'll be moody, you know?
Yeah.
But to actually feel like you don't know why you're sad, it's just like, I just feel
I hate that
lethargic.
feeling. Like no reason to be sad, but
it's
you're
like,
sad.
why are you quiet? Why are you sad? I don't know.
Dude, yeah.
I don't know.
Wait,
I
what do
just
they
am.
call it again? Seasonal.
Seasonal
sad.
blues, or
No, the sad.
Seasonal awareness.
Okay, here we go.
I have
Seasonal.
no
Oh my goodness, where is it?
But like
Seasonal affective disorder.
yes.
Which says here that the reduced level of sunlight in fall and winter may cause winter onset sad. So it's really just like, well, also like the time change. It'll mess up with your internal clock. So you'll have a couple of days that you just did not sleep well, or
well, and just
messed up.
adjusting to your schedule, because you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's night, time to go to bed. It's like, it's actually 4:30. You just got home from work.
Yeah.
Like, there's still a lot of time left.
I don't think that has ever affected me. Like, for some reason, I just pretend it doesn't exist or nothing changed.
Oh, see, I'm like hyper aware of sunset times. I'm like, today the sunset or yesterday the sunset at 6:15. Today it set at 5:18, and I was like, bro,
I'm not that aware, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, same.
It takes me a good couple weeks to adjust to like, okay, it's not time for bed yet.
I think
like-
it's because you have such a set schedule with your job that, like, for us, I guess, it's more like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also with like having like Natalia, like, I mean, if we don't plan ahead, most of the time we'll just stay home.
Right.
And like, we'll just be watching TV, and it's like, oh, it's only 6 o'clock. And it's like, well, we have nothing else to do, so we'll just keep watching TV, right? Or like, we'll just eat and still watch TV. So it's just like, even your activities that you do don't help with the depression or blues that you feel, because they're just, you're staying home, there's no sunlight, you're just sitting on the couch, like literally sitting on the couch won't do anything good to your health, right? So it's just like the activities that you're not able to do because it's cold outside. Unless you're some crazy runner that likes to run outside.
Yeah. Mom.
Oh my gosh.
Mom. My mother runs outside in the cold.
But see, like now I understand, because I would always see like the runners in the morning. I'm like, you're freaking crazy. Like, we get it. You're into running. Good for you. But now I'm like, no, maybe these people are actually like fighting depression. That's the only thing that can keep them going through these months. So now I'm like, all right,
so we cheer for them now.
Yeah. Good for you. I'll get there.
I went on a walk today and it felt so good. Like, it was cold, but then as you like continue to walk and move, like it gets kind of warm.
Yeah.
It wasn't so miserable, and it made me feel awake and like alive. And I was like, oh,
and that
I understand why people do this.
Right. No, it's so true. And I think that's one of the big things that I could advise somebody, even though I'm not like perfect at it, is to like, even though it's cold, even though it's gloomy, it's sad and everything outside, like move. Like, find a way to move your body. Get up, go on a walk.
It's so hot.
Even if it's not like outside, like,
yeah,
we all have Vasa memberships. Like, we can all find a treadmill.
There's like the city rec centers. They have inside pools, running tracks, just like playrooms.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I honestly feel like even though we're not therapists, there's no magic pill for your winter blues. It's literally your health. So it's like what you eat and exercising.
And how you sleep. Yeah.
And how you sleep. I mean, it's your diet, right? What you watch, what you listen, exercising. And so I think, I don't know if I mean, to be completely honest, I had a little bit of like postpartum anxiety when Natalia was born. I didn't have depression for sure. It was just anxiety of like, holy crap, like I have a new human being to
I think I had anxiety for you.
Yeah, no, I had like a lot of anxiety, I want to say the first month, to the point that I was like crying a lot. But then I was like, okay, no, we're good. And now I think, I don't know if this is a thing that you can get postpartum depression like months after having a baby, even though you didn't have it right away. So I'm like, maybe it's that, like maybe I have a little bit of like that depression, but it's not like I'm sad. It's just like, I don't know. Just my life has changed. My routine is different. Like, usually at nights I'll go to the gym. Oh, me and Cody will go to the movies. We'll go out to eat. We'll go hang out with friends. And now it's just like, most of the time we just stay home.
Yeah.
So I guess, and I haven't seen it affect him as much as it has affected me. Even this past week was probably like the hardest week for me in a long time. And I wasn't in the corner crying though. It was just like mentally, I'm like, I'm totally fine with staying home all day and like being sad. It was the weirdest thing.
Interesting.
It was weird.
I think that's okay though. Like, I feel like when the winter comes, I see it as a time of rest, even though I know that we need to be out and like you can't like put pause on your life. Like, you still have to live
wish
life.
I was a bear.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna sleep for 3 months. See you
later. Like, more like 5 months.
Bro, and they get so fat right before they hibernate. Yeah. Like, that's my dream. Like, let me just... Summer, I'm just gonna eat. Like, get gigantic, sleep
I think
for
we
3
did that
months,
this summer.
wake up, skinny. Like, what?
But I do see, like, I do see winter as a time of rest. I think there's nothing wrong with like resting and taking things a little slower.
Especially here in Utah, where like we're a lot more limited to the things like outdoor activities we can do.
Yeah. Unless you're into like winter sports.
Yeah. Which is kind of what like I have wanted to get into.
Should we go snowboarding?
I was gonna say Cody loves snowboarding and skiing, like everything winter, and I'm like, you have fun, I'll stay here in the lodge and drink hot chocolate.
Which is a vibe in itself. I love that. So
we should go for like a day.
I am so down. I actually have a way to get us going to the slopes.
Didn't you like break your ankle or something doing it the first time?
No, I twisted. Oh my gosh, my knee still hurts until this day.
No way.
And I'm like terrified to go.
Didn't that happen like last year? I want to say it was like
it was
within the last 2 years.
I don't remember.
I just remember seeing on the Instagram story what
I got off the like what's it called, the
gurney. Is that what it's called? Like where the paramedics come and like lift you?
No, I got off the lift.
Oh.
Literally. I got off
didn't get
the
quite to
lift.
that point.
No, not even then. I got off the lift. I took a few steps and I fell. But like the way I tried to like get myself up, I slipped and then I twisted my knee.
Was that the first time you'd ever been?
Yes.
Like
I didn't even go down a mountain. I got off the lift and I got hurt. And I was like, I looked at Yasir and I was like, this is why I don't do this. But then I got better.
Yeah.
I got better.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, dude, I cried. I had an anxiety attack. Like I think the first 4 times I went, it was like, why am I here again? Why am I here again? Why am I like,
wait, you've been
this is
4
miserable.
times?
Have I been for 3 years or 2, something like that?
That's awesome.
We went a lot of times and I got better and I got to the point that I'm not terrified and I kind of enjoyed it, but
That's
it's still hard.
That's actually so I made a list of things that I'm like, things that have helped me get through winter. And one of them is last year I went skiing for the first time. And truly, the first 20 minutes of that were the worst 20 minutes of my life. Like, I got off, I was
so miserable. It's so hard.
No, I hadn't even gone on the lift. I had gone up, like, the bunny hill, like it's almost like a treadmill thing, like one of those bands that, like, you just step on it and I didn't even get through all the way up. I got halfway through it and then I took a step and I slipped and I fell. But the worst part, it wasn't like the fall wasn't the worst part. The worst part was I couldn't get up.
No.
Like I was
it's
like
the hardest
crawling.
thing in the world.
There were 2-year-olds skiing past me and there were adults kind of like,
they're like,
oh
this
my gosh.
loser.
No, you want to be humbled? Go snowboarding.
I have never been so humbled.
No, me too.
Honestly, like there was no way. I wanted the world to just like swallow me and like I was so ashamed that I could not get up.
Did you learn how to get up?
I was like, I never want to do this again. Like, I understand why people hate this. Like, I will never, ever, ever, ever do this again. This was so humiliating. And then I said, oh my gosh, I can't be a quitter. I can't be a quitter. I can't quit now. I'm like, I've been here 20 minutes. And I'm like, I'm a person that does not like to do things that they're not good at. Like, I do not like making a fool out of myself. I do not like feeling embarrassed. Mm-hmm. And I don't like feeling comfortable. Granted, I do think it takes a lot more for me to be embarrassed. Like, I can laugh at myself pretty easily, but I was at a point where I was like, bro.
No.
I am embarrassed. I am humiliated. Everybody's looking at me. There is nothing I can do to get better besides just like get up and try again. And what did I
way to go.
So I got up and tried again and tried again and tried again. And it took a minute, but I finally got up the hill, like, and then I understood that, like, I was grasping the concept of skiing and slowly but surely, and then we went a few more times and it ended up being way fun. And I hope to go again a lot this winter because it is actually a really good time.
We should go. When you go,
I'm so down. I'll let you know.
Go with you.
I'll let you know because I got a friend that can get us some passes, so we can totally go.
Of course.
I've never snowboarded though.
Just so you know, like, Desi gets hookups to everything.
I'm glad I'm your friend.
You know, I tell my students this all the time because, like, this is a life hack that everybody needs to have, and just be friends with rich people. They give stuff away, and you
Crazy.
Right.
But like, also just be nice to everyone. Because if I wasn't nice to you would have never taken me to the Lizzo concert.
Correct.
Even though I'm not friends with
Right. If I didn't like Girls, you would not have been the first person. I literally was like, okay, good, because we're all just going. Like, I don't care if like, you guys don't want to. I'm forcing you. No, but yeah, so I did want to say something, though, about skiing and snowboarding and stuff. And, like, I did not ski or snowboard for the first 10 years of me being here in Utah because I was a poor college student, like many of us, and I couldn't afford it. It's an expensive hobby.
You have to really want to go, yeah.
Well, and you have to, like, save, like, a day pass is, like, over $100. Renting your equipment's like $60. Like, just in itself, that's a $160 day. Like, I don't blame anybody for not being able to pay that because I could not for years. I still can't, truly. But I have found like a few different things that you can do that are cheaper, and I love them just as much. My friend took me snowshoeing. Have you guys ever done that?
No, but I want to.
It is.
Is that like cross-country skiing?
No, so it's snowshoeing.
Wait, no, the completely different shoe Shoes.
Shoes, just like a little bit smaller.
Slippers.
Shoes.
So funny.
My friend took me snowshoeing, and I actually had a blast because it's like you're up in the mountains still, and you're in the snow, and it's like hiking.
It's not as hard.
It's not as hard.
Snowboarding is one of the hardest things that I've ever done physically. It is the hardest thing I've ever done physically. I tried surfing, and snowboarding was even harder than that, for me at least.
Skiing was not like as physically demanding for me, rather than like the fear of like I'm going down a hill really fast, like I could fall and die. That's why it was hard for me, because I'm like, how do I like control? I'm losing control, which is like fine. I'm just gonna eat, like I'm gonna eat it. But snowshoeing's not as hard. It's like hiking. It's like uphill, so it takes some like strength. But it's fun because you're stepping on like 6 feet of snow and your feet don't stink, so you're just like walking on it. Anyway, snowshoes, if you want to get a pair, they're like $100 or something like that. But you can rent them for like $5. So you just rent them, find any trail and hike, and it's actually so fun. You can take it at your own pace. There's no skiers coming at you. Like, I know that is also chill. So scary. Right. I don't want to get in people's way. That's sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm so, like I ran.
And I do, because I don't know how to choose a direction. I'm just going wherever I end up. It's because I
can't control this. Just get out of my way. But yeah, no, snowshoeing's been really fun. Like my mom got really into it. Bought us all snowshoes for Christmas one year, and that was way fun.
That is fun.
And then just like hiking in the snow is a vibe. But here's the thing, like some people are like, I don't want to be out in the cold. I don't either. I hate the cold. I hate being cold. But there's no such thing as bad weather. There's only such thing as bad clothing. So my advice for anybody that's out there, like, I hate the cold, get yourself one good jacket. That's it. Like one really good jacket.
It's a good investment.
It's the best investment. It's the only thing that will pretty much get you through walking from class to class or from the car to work. Shoes. Yeah, get yourself
good boots.
A good jacket, good pair of shoes, and honestly, with that, like, Ned's survival guide.
Dude, and I will say, winter. Like DI, you would be surprised at like how many good brands end up showing up there. Yeah. Not even good brands, just good quality clothes that like legit, like the rich people are like, never wore this. They still have the tags on. So I feel like I'm trying to do a little bit more of like that thrift shopping before I go to like the main stores. Yeah. Just because one, budget friendly, but it's also because like you said, like all of this is seasonal, right? So I just feel like that's another good way to go about it. It's just like try to find it at thrift stores. And honestly, my mom has found Michael Kors jackets there with their tags still on them. Yeah. At friggin' DI.
No, totally. My first winter here, I had no idea what to do because coming from Guatemala, like we have no winter. Like,
I struggled.
The worst, like whether you're wearing a denim jacket and it's cute, like there's no such thing as like a coat. Like I laugh at girls that wear boots in Guatemala. I'm like, okay, come on. Like
you're pushing it.
It's 87 degrees outside. Like why are you wearing boots?
Are you serious?
Yeah. And so when I came here to BYU, my first winter, I was like, bro, what do I do? So me and my cousin Michelle were like, all right, we're so poor. We're going to the DI. We went to the DI, bought like 3 jackets, a bunch of like fleece zip ups and stuff like that. And I even remember finding like a Columbia fleece zip up. Yeah. It was like a size too small, but I was like, yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. No, DI first, and then TJ Maxx and Ross. Yeah. You will find North Face, Columbia, like all those brands at those stores for cheap. Granted, it's not going to be like all the varieties and colors, but
legit, there's no shame. If anything, like I think,
if anything, I support that more than like dropping $700 when you can spend $35 at Ross.
Seriously,
my best jacket, Costco. My grandparents got it for me.
Costco is the best.
And that I have a jacket that's like a house. It's like it got me through Wisconsin winters.
I don't know how you did that.
You said that those are hard, huh?
Genuinely the hardest thing I've ever had to go through.
Like, is it worse in Utah?
Oh, so my school, I went to Carthage College. Actually, I don't even know. They changed their mascot. So I was on the... I went to Carthage College in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And that college, like, it sits on the lake. So you have, like, campus, and the edge is the lake. And Lake Michigan is, like, as big as an ocean. So you have the wind coming in. You got snow, rain. And I remember there would be nights where I would go to the gym. And the gym was on one side of campus. And my house was on the other end of campus. And I'm like kind of sweaty still from the gym, so I'd put on my jacket and like zip it up, hood up, and I'd start walking, and you can feel the wind. Like it would hurt your face.
There's nothing worse.
It was, I don't wish Wisconsin winters on anybody. Like I don't even know how people in Wisconsin live there still. Like I was like 2 years, that's it. I came home and I was like, I'm never complaining about winter again.
That's
like,
crazy.
Utah is a mild compared to Wisconsin winters.
Oregon was kind of cold too, just because it was humid.
Yeah, the humidity.
So like I remember we were out like knocking doors one night, and I was wearing like literally all my layers, including like the long sleeve garments, like everything.
I would refuse to wear.
And we still came home, and like our clothes were freaking soaking wet. Yeah, I
hate that.
I just remember, like, I'm like, there's long sleeve garments? Like,
and long pant garments, like leggings.
Like the whole covers.
There's one piece garments too.
Yes.
With the butt flap.
Yeah.
Actually, I have no idea. I'm making that up. I'm sorry. I just
Should we like beep this whole conversation?
People that aren't like members are gonna be like, what are they talking?
Anyways.
Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah. So anyways, so I feel like we complain a lot about Utah at times, but we also have to realize that there's so many places that have it a lot worse. Mm-hmm. And we should just be grateful to have a home, something over our head.
Honestly, and we do have phenomenal snow. I will give Utah that. Like, snow in other, like, Wisconsin, it was just so, like, I don't know, here... I don't know. You have the mountains. The mountains
will make it bearable.
Yeah,
really, because it's so beautiful to look at.
It's like we live in like a snow globe.
Yeah.
Like when it snows and like the mountains look like they've got powdered sugar on top of them.
It is so pretty.
It really does look like it is. It's a snow globe. It's beautiful.
I know. I love the view of my room because it's the mountains. I'm like,
yeah.
Maybe I like the winter. No, but for me, I think I used to, like, now I don't hate winter as much as I did when I was in school. But I know the reason why. It's because, like, I had to, like, walk through campus in the snow. Do you know how many times I felt on my butt in front of people on campus? Like, kill me now. I'm never coming back here. It's so embarrassing. So that whole situation of like having to go to class and like walk to campus and just be cold all the time because you have to walk outside so much throughout the day, that made me hate the winter.
And then you're like kind of sweaty on the inside because you're like hustling.
It's awful.
And then you get inside the building and you're like dying of heat because it's hot. You're hot, but it's
cold. It's just the worst feeling in the world.
It's inconvenient.
It's so
honestly.
bad. But now I don't get cold
because you're not outside.
Because I'm
very
not
often
unless I want to.
Right. And when you want to, you like prepare for it.
Yes.
You're like, okay, I'm gonna put on my fleece line leggings. And
yeah. So I feel like I don't hate it as much now because
I still have to be outside.
It's just over.
I still have to be outside, even though I'm not a student anymore. I have recess duty. I hate recess duty. I have it like once a week, and I have to be out there with the children, and I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm angry. What are a couple other things you guys like to do during the winter that kind of ease the burden of the cold here?
I think it helps a lot, just like buying hoodies and like all the cute fall clothes.
Going shopping. I was gonna say
that's literally like a big, like something to look forward to.
Like I'll go out because I have this that I can wear,
right?
And it's cute.
No,
so I'll go.
No, like I like to do this like when kind of around this time when like the sun starts setting way earlier. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy myself 2 like just phenomenal hoodies, and then that keeps me going for like a month, and then I need to buy a few more things.
And it's fine. You probably need to buy some more.
And I was gonna tell our listeners that something I did this year was that I bought like oversized hoodies, an oversized pair of sweats, because I'm like, when I'm home, I'm gonna be like as comfy as possible. And that has been so fun.
Yeah,
it's been very nice. Very nice. So go out if you're feeling kind of sad right now because you're like,
Winter.
go get yourself a new hoodie, a new sweater, something to like
clothes.
retail therapy. That's
Like
my therapy.
boots. If I buy new boots, whatever you invite me to go to, I will be there because I have to wear my boots.
Yeah.
So like that really keeps me going. Another thing that really helps me personally, I'm a soup kind of girl. Like I love soup. So like
Sopitas.
yeah, sopitas, and so like I just pho and ramen. And,
I
like,
love ramen.
honestly, I look forward to like when it gets a little more cold and no one can judge me that I'm like, because I eat soup in the summer and I don't have a problem.
I really psycho.
No,
crazy.
I know.
Did you guys
I know.
never eat caldo in the middle?
So this is so funny. My mom will make caldo de res like in the summer, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I
It
will
is-
happily eat it.
No, see, I can't have hot drinks, hot liquids if it's not
Cold.
a blizzard outside.
Isn't
I
it
totally
like
can.
Chinese belief or Chinese medicine that like if you're hot on the inside, the external will feel colder?
Really?
Yeah, it might be completely
I
a
don't
lot,
know.
but at
Never
least
heard
that was like what I grew up hearing. So I'd like,
No, I just feel hot.
She
Do
just
you
hates
though?
it.
Like, wouldn't you rather have like this fresh salad with like cucumbers
Oh,
and
for
tomatoes,
sure,
yeah.
and then it's like 100 degrees outside, and then when it's like 20 degrees outside, it's like mi caldo de res with like, it's like sizzling.
No, I don't want to eat soup under the sun outside. It's like in the comfort of my house.
It's still so like my body inside gets hot.
Yeah, but you would you will reject some pozole in the summer.
Yes, my mom when my mom
she
makes.
just had pozole for the first time.
Well, I just had
Oh
pozole
my
for the first time
gosh.
today, and I
Today.
liked
I can
it
eat that every
a lot.
day.
I just
It probably wasn't that good then.
where would I have gotten it?
Pozole?
Yeah.
In Guatemala?
No, they don't make
Okay, but
it
how
there.
many Mexican friends do you have?
So many, and I'm looking at all of you. Why don't you make me some?
Because we don't freaking cook.
Exactly.
Should we have a pozole night where we figure it out?
Dude, I've made
What's your
I
problem?
hate cooking. Like, let's.
I will figure it out then, and I will invite you.
All right, you figure it out. Invite me when it's ready.
I always get nervous
I'll
like
bring the drinks.
making the Mexican food because I'm like, is this supposed to taste like this? I haven't had this for too long.
No, but like one
Have
time.
you made pozole?
one time on the mission.
Was it good?
It was good. Yeah, because someone was telling me what to do. I like if you were to tell me make pozole right now, I'm like, dude, I don't even know how much.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't know that it had chickpeas in it till today.
Dude,
It was really good. Shout out to my friend's mom who made it. It was really good. It's chickpeas, no? Garbanzo beans?
No.
What's the stuff that looks like chickpeas?
It's
Garbanzo
like
beans?
corn.
Okay, what? No, hold on. What's in
I
pozole?
thought it was too, but
What is in
it's
pozole?
not.
It's like kind of like popcorn, but like
Right, is
not,
that not-
popped. It's like heated up.
It's corn?
Yeah, it's maize. It's it's maize.
I don't think it is.
It's bolitas de maíz.
It's not corn, I don't think. Isn't it like garbanzo beans?
No, it is corn.
It's corn?
It's corn.
It's corn!
Oh
Are you kidding me? I obviously have no idea what I'm eating 92% of the time. But I did really like it, and
It's
I really...
white hominy. Maize pozolero. Yeah. So it's hominy.
What is that?
I don't know.
I know exactly
Maíz
what it is,
blanco.
but like
Yeah, hominy.
So it says it is made from hominy with meat.
hominy stew, they call it.
Okay, well...
So it's
I
called
started putting
well,
that
I'm
right
just
now.
real stupid at this.
So it says it's
Okay,
large
but it does look like
corn.
garbanzo beans.
Large corn that are round, soft, and almost floury in texture. Yeah, so, and it goes back to Aztec times, and actually there's like a dark history of pozole because that's actually the soup or stew that they would make for the sacrifices that the Aztecs
What?
had. And all the bone and meat in there was like human flesh.
Are you serious?
They were cannibals?
Just for the sacrifices. They weren't like
They wouldn't eat it?
They weren't everyday
Really?
cannibals. Yeah, and I don't know. I think it was for the king or the leader at the time. What are their names? I can't remember. But yeah, that's kind
pretty
of like
crazy.
the dark history of pozole. But it's really good. So it's like it comes all the way from like Aztec times.
Wow.
Yep.
I want to eat that so bad.
I did really enjoy it today because it was cold outside. But yeah, no, in the summer, get the soup away from me. Ugh.
I still love
it.
No, like it's hot and I feel so hot. Like my mom will make caldo de res in the summer. And what do? I get the tortilla and then I take out the meat and then put it in my tortilla and eat it like a taco with aguacate. Yeah.
Call it good.
My mom's like, but with cold lemonade. I'm like, that's all I want, the cold lemonade. Like, don't.
Okay, but would you eat cold food in the winter, like ice cream? Or do you stay away from that?
Milkshakes.
Smoothies, acai bowls. We didn't go get acai bowl that day because it was cold.
Right, yeah. We wanted to go get an acai bowl, but it was snowing, so we didn't. I think I would. I don't eat a ton of ice cream. I don't really... I just don't really eat any food ever.
Yeah, do you have, like, a meal a day?
You know what I do like? I'm not okay. Guys, I'm struggling.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah, I have no idea what gets me through the day. Truly.
Yeah.
I have like
Is it the podcast?
TikTok. TikTok gets me through the day. I will say.
What fuels me? I have no idea. No idea.
No,
I
honestly.
drink a ton of water.
That's good.
And I'll eat like snacks here and there. I'm a snacker, which is probably not good. Anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But yes,
Okay, but
I
you're
do
moving
love...
to your mom's house and you will be eating better.
We'll see. Because I won't be there very much, but we'll see. But no, I am a big soup person in the winter. Nini made us like bread bowls last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm so hungry right now.
Nini, if you're watching this, can you make me more bread bowls, please?
Can you make us?
Can you make us bread bowls with that broccoli cheddar soup you make?
Just kidding. I'm kidding, of course.
Make that gluten free.
Yeah.
But yeah, so comfort foods are huge in the winter.
Huge.
I mean, and yes, I saw this thing. It's like, eat the concha. Like, life is short. Like, literally. I mean, conchas in the pan dulce.
Well, now you made it weird.
I thought that's what she was saying. Anyways, pan dulce.
I was fine. I was like, give me all the concha.
I love eating concha.
Concha's so good.
Yep.
Anyway,
Panaderia full of conchas.
we are retarded.
Don't say that.
I can't say that.
No.
Is it against YouTube guidelines?
I mean, no, I don't
Okay.
personally like the word.
Okay,
but
we are funny. Anyway,
Conchas, pan
Conchas.
dulce.
Did you just say
funny. Eat more, girl.
Delirious.
Sorry.
All right, let's relax. Bring it back. Everybody.
Comfort food. What time are we? Let's see.
114.
It doesn't
I don't
say
know what that
anything.
means.
All right.
All right. Comfort food. What are other things that are help?
Hot chocolate. What do you guys like? Hot chocolate?
Oh,
or
abuelita.
Yeah, abuelita.
I like my coffee iced.
You don't drink hot coffee?
I like it iced.
Yeah, you do. The one from
Interesting.
Sol Agave.
That's the only one. Sol agave. Oh, there's nothing better than that.
I haven't had the solo agave coffee.
Oh, it is the best. I'm actually not a big coffee drinker.
That's like café de olla, right?
It's got
So it
canela
is?
in it.
Yeah, it's café de olla.
So I'm gonna order a bunch of like, I have to order. I don't know where else I'm gonna buy it here. But you know how like the traditional Mexican the kitchen will have like stuff made out of barro, so I want to get one for the coffee because it has like the roller thing. I don't know what to call it, and I want to make café de olla. Even though I don't drink coffee, I don't like coffee.
For what? The Friendsgiving? Or just
overall, yeah. Just because I want to make more Mexican food, like all the food that like I like pozole. I don't like menudo. Caldo of whatever, and it's just like all the comfort foods that you have during this time of the year. I'm like, I don't have to go out and buy that. I can actually make it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I want to make café de olla.
That sounds so nice.
That's a great indoor hobby for you to start during the winter.
You know what we should do?
Which is something that helps beat the winter blues is finding indoor hobbies.
Yeah. We should have a fondue night.
Cheese?
Or chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah, or both, whatever. That's one thing that like my
intolerant
family
me.
did a lot in the wintertime in Brazil was fondue. That's like our winter.
Is that like the
fountain?
The fountain?
No, I think a lot of people do the fountain, but like we had actual pots where like the cheese is melting and the chocolate's melting and you dip like meat into the cheese or like I don't know, strawberries into the chocolate.
Yeah, that's interesting. So that's like a Brazilian thing?
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Is that like French? Fondue?
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's French.
I think it is. We did that a lot.
I don't know.
We should do
Like,
that.
I vaguely remember winters in Mexico, and I feel like I remember more of winters here because you have the seasons so, like, how do I, like, you can look at the
Pronounced.
mountains. Yeah, you can look at the mountains and know what season you're in.
Right.
Like the outside changes.
Yeah, whereas in Mexico, I feel like during this time it's like just rainy maybe and just cold. But so I don't exactly remember a whole ton, but I know we would drink a lot of like ponche.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's for
and
sure
I
a
would bite
holiday
on
thing.
what is it called? Like the
fruit?
sugar cane.
Oh yeah.
And that was really good because it had like the mix of the fruit punch in it. But I do remember like the first winter when we moved here and we saw snow for the first time. That was like the last time that I thoroughly enjoyed snow.
Do you guys remember the first time you saw snow?
Almost
actually
20
have
years
pictures.
ago.
I have pictures of the first time I saw snow, and we should post it on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And that was the first time I made a snowman and the last time. So
Same.
now with Natalia though, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to just suck it up.
I want to make a snowman this year
Let's do
should.
it.
with baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I don't know what it is about winter sometimes for me, but I think it's the cold. But like you said, if you just have warm clothes, then you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, I think I like my winters here more than the ones I had in Mexico, just because the ones I've had here are just more memorable.
I agree.
Yeah.
The winters in Brazil are interesting. It just rains. There's nothing really special, and like the winter time is in June, July. So it's not even around
That's
Christmas.
crazy.
That's so
Yeah, because like Christmas in Brazil, it's really
Summer.
hot.
Right. I've never been in the southern hemisphere before, and I
Yeah.
really want to try a hot Christmas one year.
Yeah. Like our Santa Claus wears chanclas, like flip flops.
And like at the beach.
Yeah.
Could
It's
you
a
imagine
whole
Christmas on
vibe.
the beach?
It's a
I
whole
wanna do
vibe.
that.
It's so fun. And that's, for me, I had a really hard time when I first moved here, and winter came up, and then it was Christmas. It didn't feel like the holidays to me.
Right.
Even though it was so obvious in your face, like there's snow outside, there's like, the whole fantasy
You're like,
of
this is
Christmas.
like my July.
Yeah, and not even. It doesn't even snow,
true, that's
like
true.
I was just used to the rain, and so for me it was very interesting because like for a long time I struggled with not feeling the Christmas time and not like getting in the mood just because it wasn't summer.
That's
Isn't that
interesting
weird?
that you associate like Christmas with summer.
I don't anymore.
It changed for you?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Crazy.
I have, like, for me, Guatemala doesn't really have seasons. It's called La Tierra de la Eterna Primavera, so it's like springtime all year. It's like from 70 to 80 all year. The only 2 seasons is like wet and dry season. But it does like cool down a tiny bit in December. Like, I remember wearing like maybe a long sleeve shirt, maybe. But yeah, no, I like for sure now associate Christmas with like cold.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants a white Christmas. Like I don't know anybody that's like, I hate snow on Christmas Day. Like no, if it's
everyone
gonna
wants
snow,
it,
right?
yeah.
If it's gonna snow one day, let it be December
It's just
25th.
the winter here. Oh, it just lasted so long.
It does last long. Something I've learned though throughout these last 10 years here is that we are pretty lucky to even see snow, to even have this. And like we have to like, I try to think this throughout every day just because it's like good for me, but like to romanticize our life every day. Like every day I'm like, okay, my life is the best ever. Like just manifest that in my head. And in the winter especially, because my life is the best ever in the summer. My life is perfect in the summer. I'm
thriving.
the happiest. Like I'm tan. I'm at the pool. Like everything is
You
great.
really are the happiest.
I am so happy in the summer. And I'm like, how can I also be that happy in the winter? And I'm like, okay, I gotta like romanticize this life. And I've heard stories of people that like, remember one time it was like April and it snowed and I was so mad. I was like, why is it snowing in April? It's spring. And then my cousin was like, hey, so I was just working at the MTC and this group of missionaries came from like some country in, I don't even know, but a country that doesn't get snow, and they're like, we are only in the MTC for 2 weeks and we just really, really, really want to see snow. And it snowed for them. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I don't hate the snow that, because now those guys got to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, we really don't, like, we are really kind of lucky to have these beautiful mountains and the ability to, like, go make a snowman. Like, there are people, I didn't have that until I moved to the United States. So I'm like, there is beauty in it, and we just have to find that and, like, honestly just kind of fake it. I'm like, yes, I love this now, even though inside I'm like, why can't it be sunshine?
Yeah.
But it's like, the more we, like, try to love it, the more we will. And so that's something that I'm going to work on a lot this winter is, like, pretend I'm like a snow princess every day or something stupid like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or have, like, the best
Princess
winter
Stacy.
fits.
We can play outside.
Shut up, I didn't say that.
I agree. I saw
Elsa.
right? I saw a TikTok today, and this girl was giving, like, tips, like, how to survive the winter, and she's like, just taking vitamin D will do wonders. A lot of it is just that, like, like, just go buy some tomorrow and just start taking your vitamin D. Because didn't you say earlier today, like, we get depressed because we're just lacking the sun? Like,
It's
that's
just sunlight.
literally
Yeah,
what
no, it really is.
Literally, it's just sunlight.
Do you guys know why the leaves change color in the fall and they fall? And then,
Something has to do with the inside of the leaf.
do you know?
Obviously.
No, I have no
I just
idea.
learned
Something to do with nature.
something to do with, just like a circle of life. I actually just learned this, and so I teach 6th grade, and the last unit we were on was like the solar system, the sun, the earth, the moon system, and the reason we have seasons is because the earth is tilted 23.5 degrees, and so a lot of people think it's like, oh, why do we have winter and summer? It's like, oh, because we get closer and further from the sun. And not technically, the earth itself doesn't, like, shift, doesn't, like, take a step away or closer to the sun. If what it is that tilt makes us lean towards the sun during the summer, and in the winter we lean away from the sun. So, like, just that 23-degree tilt gives us enough difference that it gets that much colder. So the reason leaves fall is because when we start tilting away from the sun, they don't have enough energy to keep living. Like, the sun isn't giving them as much energy as they need.
That's crazy.
To live. Right, so in the summer, when we're tilted towards the sun, leaves have enough energy and sun exposure to keep living, because plants need sunlight. But when we tilt away, they're like, they have less time with the sun,
They're
less
struggling.
exposure, and less like fuerza del sun, like
Strength,
like power, essentially. And so that's why when we start tilting away from the sun, leaves are like, oh, it can no longer live, dries up, and they fall.
Yeah.
And in the spring,
So do we.
and that's what I was telling my students, because I was explaining this to them, and I was like, that kind of happens to us too. Like, when we tilt away from the sun, we have less time with the sun, less strength of the sun. So we kind of also, we don't die, but we, like, have less energy.
Yeah.
And so,
And that is okay. I think we need to accept that. Like, not forcing yourself too much in the winter to pretend like you love it as much as summer is totally fine. As long as you can figure out a routine that makes it bearable in a way, and you can do things that you enjoy and you're taking care of your health. If you slow down, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I think we're supposed to.
right. And just find things that you like. Like, there are going to be things you like, and they don't even have to be outdoors. If you absolutely hate the cold, don't go outside. Find things to do inside. Find a new show.
Yeah.
Find a new movie marathon you want to watch, like Harry Potter's. I love watching the Harry Potter movies when it's winter. And like how you're saying, a hobby. You want to start making more authentic Mexican things. Like, that's an awesome hobby to have inside. I love to paint. I'm gonna paint some.
You can do a lot of things
Read.
inside. And hang out with your friends.
And that was,
go see people. I think that's so important.
and I think that was the last thing I wanted to. One of the things I wanted to talk about was when I was in Wisconsin. The school I was at, they did not start their second semester of the year until February. Which the norm is that most colleges start their second semester in January, right? When we get back from New Year's. But that school takes a whole month off because they don't want students on campus because one, it's really cold, it's really gloomy, it's dark, and there's nobody there. And our professor, the first day we were having our like orientation, he's like, do not be here in January. You will be alone. You will get sad. We don't want you here because you don't want to be alone, especially during these cold months. It's like, there's no sun, there's no happiness, everything is awful. Like,
Yeah.
so they're like, go home, go be with your family, go be with your friends, come back in February.
Wow.
And I was thinking about that and I was like, how awful would it be to like spend this month by yourself?
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that for me makes winter bearable is still having the connections with my friends, still building relationships, and all those things that you can do to make winter better. If you do it with your people, with your friends,
Yeah.
life is still good. Life is still okay.
Yeah.
Life is still happy. And there is a lot of cool things in the winter, like the holidays.
Yeah. There's a ton of activities. There's ice skating, like
We should go ice skating.
There is a lot of things for sure, and I think it just takes a lot. I mean, obviously, it just takes planning. I think anywhere you go right now is gonna be packed,
Right.
almost at least on the weekends.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what I was gonna say. Totally forgot my train of thought.
But like just like going too, because sometimes I'm like, oh, it's cold, I don't want to go. But once you just get out and you're there
do
and
it.
you're doing it,
Just
you're like,
get
oh,
your booty up and do it, like
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian said.
you just feel like when you get out of the house and you just go, once you get there, it's not as bad as
Right.
you think it will be. Like you end up
Truly.
having a lot of fun.
Yeah, so push your friends. Be like, hey, let's go bowling today. Let's go watch a movie. They're only $5 on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let's go do this. Because fun doesn't come to you. You make fun happen.
Absolutely.
I think also one thing that I started figuring out, I'm like, okay, I've been in Utah for a long time and I haven't felt like this ever. And I'm like, what was I doing in my teenage years to like keep me going? Obviously I was busy with school, but I was also in orchestra and I was in choir and I was doing like tennis. Well, tennis was not in the winter, but like, kind of like what you said, romanticizing your life. Like, remember the things that made you happy right now. I think we're so busy with our lives, work, school,
Just all the
relationships,
stressful things.
everything going on in the world. Maybe when we were kids, we weren't watching the news like we are right now. We were not like seeing post after post like we do right now.
We didn't have social media back then. Bring me
know.
back.
Could you imagine having social media right now as like a 13, 14-year-old? You're
They
like, what
do.
is going
They
on?
do.
And I would have, anyways, yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I have a freaking violin that's just sitting there. I have not played it in like almost 2 years. And so I can't be like, oh, I'm just so sad and I don't know why. I'm like, did I work out today? No. Did I eat a balanced diet? No. Did I at least do one thing that I like today, like for myself? No. So I can't like blame everything on like, oh, it's just because it's cold.
Right.
It's like, no, we're plants, right? Like you said, we're leaves. So like, did I water my plant today? Like, you have to kind of put all those things first, and then if you're still feeling sad, then okay, that you need to kind of maybe check in
Readjust.
somewhere and like,
Right.
readjust or take it a little bit more serious. But if you're just like, oh man, I'm just so sad today, it's like, all right, work out. You worked out, you still feel sad, okay, now go eat an apple.
Chances
you know?
are, if you get a workout,
you're probably most likely gonna feel fine.
Yeah.
My therapy.
Dude, washing my face last night. Like I said, I had not washed my face, and I know this is gonna sound gross, but I had not washed my face in like 4 days. Makeup, I would just use the wipe. You know
Yeah.
when you really have to like wash. Anyway, so I actually did like a whole skin routine, and I was just like, it was like 9 p.m. at night, and I'm like, why did I not do this before?
Like, I'm actually not depressed.
Yeah, like honestly,
Literally.
just doing little things, like checking off a to-do list, like
Yeah.
it honestly does give me at least like a rush of endorphins. I'm like, I made my bed and I washed my hair today.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
think
killing it.
as humans, we need to see that we achieved something to like keep going, and so it's, I don't know, maybe it's just the first time I've actually felt the winter blues. I'm like, okay, I actually have to like do these things because I have a baby to take care of, and I want to be happy with her, and you know, I don't want my husband to be asking me every night like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like, I don't want him to be worried.
Yeah, we
So-
for sure have to put work in.
Yeah.
And like sometimes that work may not seem like what we, of course it's easy to lay in bed all day,
Of course.
truly. But at the end of the day, like how good do you feel after laying in bed all day?
Yeah.
I don't feel good. Like I feel so much better when I like powered through a workout at the gym.
Yeah.
Ate somewhat healthy, read a little bit of my book. Like and that will and honestly, that is what will get us through.
There's like a quote that says, I can't remember the exact quote, but it was like, it's hard to be unhealthy and it's also hard to go to the gym, so pick your hard. And there's like different examples of like, getting up early is hard, but I can't remember the other example. So it's like, yes, discipline comes into this a lot, but it's just like, which hard do you want to
it's like you're gonna suffer by getting up early, going to the gym, or you're gonna suffer at the end of the day laying in bed all day.
Yeah.
Like, pick which one you want.
And which one will bring up.
And at the gym, the suffering will only last maybe an hour, and you can think about the fact that you laid in bed all day for weeks.
Oh, truly.
Yeah, we need sunlight as humans, so if we don't have sunlight, we just have to keep our bodies moving. I think, and so.
Yeah.
And just do one thing that you enjoy every day.
And there's nothing wrong with getting away too. Like, I feel like every winter for the past few years, I've gone to a warmer place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little break.
St.
You know, go to Miami and like come back.
Right. And even California.
Yeah.
Even
Arizona.
you're right. Even St. George, 3-hour drive from here.
Like, if you really just like reach your limit, like, I need some sun, go.
And if you can't leave, because it's like hard to leave, this is something I did in Wisconsin, and I'm not advocating for this because I know it's super unhealthy, but every once in a while I go to the tanning bed.
I was gonna say
I would go to the tanning bed because I love the like warmth, but also like when my skin was a little dark, I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not advocating for it because I do know how harmful they can be, but
a lot of people use that for their winter blues.
yeah, I used it throughout Wisconsin the whole time.
What about like sauna rooms?
Right.
I'm sure that's
or
really
hot yoga. Hot yoga
yoga
is so good for you.
Hot tub.
Come tomorrow. By the way.
I'm so glad you said that because that's my big thing. My big thing.
I kind of hate it.
You hate hot tubbing?
I think it's nasty.
I think it's kind of like a waste of time because I'm like, I'm just sitting in hot water. But then after I'm done, after like 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, actually, I think I needed that.
I'm canceling.
Maybe,
but also because I'm like super sensitive to the hot water. Like, I
guess so. Like, I need to get out of here.
At nail salons, like, I have to tell them to like turn down the water because it's like really hot for me. I don't know how I have sensitive like skin on my feet.
So when I was at BYU,
It takes me a while.
I think the water, it's really hot when you get a pedicure.
yeah, sometimes it does burn. And the hot towels.
Yeah.
Sometimes like
I'm just powering through it.
Don't cry.
Because I don't want to yell at her.
No, I will say like, I'm sorry,
I
it's
totally
too hot.
powered through it too.
No, I can't do it.
The towel always burns me every single time.
So when I was at BYU, I'm good at that. When I was at BYU during the winters, I would always be like, bro, I cannot do this anymore. And so my cousin and I, Michelle, again, shout out to Michelle. I called her and I was like, hey, listen to the episode because I talk about you. I'm gonna call her again. We like went on this little mission to go to every hot spring in the state of Utah because I love hot springs, and these are in nature.
I will
You
go to
do
that.
a little bit of hiking.
You do a little bit of hiking, and
Except Spanish for hot springs. That's a big hike.
it's not
longer.
It's longer. It's like a mile, and so it's not like super uphill, but it's nice. But that is something that got me through like years of winter. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
we're going to hot springs. Fillmore up in Ogden. There's one in Saratoga. Maybe don't go to that one because that one's a little muddy, and
I don't like the
some people have seen things that should not be in hot tubs.
Ew.
I still go because I'm fearless of that, I guess. I don't care. I'm like, if I get stung by or if I get bit by a snake, well, I got bit by a snake, but
Gross.
but hot springs are so fun. We have to go to one. I will take you guys to one, and it's gonna be so fun. It's such a good, especially when it's snowing.
Yeah.
And your body is warm, and the snow falls on your eyelashes. It's like,
Yeah, it's
I would
actually
love
really
that.
cool.
it's pretty euphoric. I'm not gonna lie.
We did that last year with Cody's parents, and we went to a hot springs area, and it was cold outside, but then you get in the tub, and I'm like, wow, this is why people do this. Like, this is actually really fun. Because I'm always saying, like, the crazy
I
crazy
get the best, like,
American
high
girls
on
in
life with-
bikinis in the cold. I'm like, what the hell? And now I'm like, okay,
You get it now.
I get it. I'm
that
sorry
girl.
for judging.
I'm that girl. I'm that girl.
I want to be that girl.
We are gonna be that girl. We are that girl.
Okay, we also kind of getting back to like kind of like the immigrant situation, like there's we have BYU here, so there's just a bunch of students, right?
Yeah.
Like from different countries, and they all want to do all the things that Utah people do, right?
Yeah.
And it's cool, but I'm like, I don't know if I would have done that if I were them. Like if I was just like coming to like BYU as like an 18-year-old, I'd be like, this is crazy. Like you're crazy, but they're all like wanting to do it.
Yeah.
And it's just
Like to hot tub?
yeah, hot tub or like hot springs, and they just want to be involved in the culture, which is like super cool. Maybe it's just I've lived here for a long time, just like ugh, whatever. But I'm like, oh, I kind of want to have that excitement again. Like, yeah, let me go to hot springs. Let me do all this.
Yeah, I totally
We
have
should
that
make it a
excitement.
goal. Let's make it a goal. We're gonna make this winter fun.
I'm going with or without you guys. So
No, please
I will
take
go
me.
to every hot spring in Utah again.
Please invite me, because I will go
100%.
every Sunday.
Keep us accountable. I'll be sharing pictures on Instagram
Yeah, we
throughout
gotta
these next
post
few
it.
months. You will see me at the hot springs. I really go every year. I really do. Every winter.
See,
I'm
I
like,
just have to push myself. I don't know why. Like I'm just scared of getting hurt in all the activities, especially when it comes to like snowboarding, anything in the snow. I used to do so much sledding when I was younger because we didn't have money.
I love sledding.
Let's do that.
But I think I got so sick and tired of it too.
What's the other one? Tubbing?
Yeah.
Or
Tubing.
tubing?
Yes, in Soldier
Tubbing.
Hollow.
Yeah.
I'm like the hot tubbing.
You don't like that, remember? Yeah.
No, let's totally do
Yeah,
it.
let's go.
And everybody that's listening, go out and do something fun. Go try something you haven't tried before. You'll never know if you like. If you don't go, you won't ever know if you like it or
Yeah.
not, you know?
Try to have that checklist. Like, okay, I worked out. And you probably will feel better. But if you don't, eat an apple. Eat your favorite comfort food.
And reach out to your friends because
Yeah.
while you might be struggling with like the winter blues, you never know who else is. And
like
together
a lot
you
of
can
us.
power through it together. Together.
I'll definitely be like more alert of everyone because like I said, I had never felt like this, and now that I feel like it, I'm like, oh wow, like there's people that literally feel like this every year.
10 times worse.
And 10 times worse.
And sometimes nonstop throughout the
And
year.
with the holidays, which I feel like that's another topic to talk about
And
another
we will
day.
for sure be discussing those soon.
But the holidays can be so bittersweet.
Truly.
And if you're not already having a good winter, and on top of that you have to deal with the emotional roller coaster that holidays can be.
Well, especially being
so
immigrants
hard.
too. Like,
Sometimes we're here
You don't
alone.
have your family. I have so many friends that are here on a student visa, and they're
So
just
sad.
alone. Like they don't.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't get invited to go to a Thanksgiving. So maybe a goal you can set. It's like instead of thinking of how sad you are, try to make your friends feel welcome, and that might make you feel happy because you might be sad, but you might still have a place to go to for Thanksgiving. So invite your friends. You know.
And a lot of time, the best way to get rid of like sadness and overall is go help somebody else.
Serve others.
Forget yourself, and go to work. Who said that? President Gordon B. Hinckley. No, but it's true. Like, one year I went to a soup kitchen on Christmas Day. Best Christmas I ever had.
Dude, I remember in Mexico there was one time that my mom had us get all of our old clothing. It wasn't even that old or bad. And then we just went to a small town there and we opened up our trunk and we just handed it out to people. I remember that experience like so well because of how I felt afterwards. And I'm sure my parents have taken us to like other nice trips that I actually don't remember much about.
Okay, we should find a service project to do during the holidays.
Yes, even though I don't say like I'm scared, but it's like I know that I will be so emotional.
Yeah,
that it's almost
me
like
too.
I don't want to feel
that much.
But at the same time, like no, this is what makes us
have
humans.
to.
Like I want
That's
to
why we're
be
here
there
on Earth.
to serve those that have less.
The Brown Señoritas are gonna go find some service because.
And y'all are welcome to join us.
Yes, let's find something to work on together because I think that
excited.
truly nothing makes me happier than
See
seeing
how
that.
happy you are now about the winter time? Because now you're like, we have something coming
we have
up.
so many things that we have coming up.
No,
now.
we're going to have a great winter. It's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh, now I'm so excited too. And I honestly haven't felt the blues this year.
Me neither. Yet.
They're the weirdest
They usually
things.
come after the holidays.
Do they? Oh yeah, that January, February push is rough for me.
And that's usually when I travel. I'm like, this is it. My limit.
Yeah.
I've reached my limit.
But it's true. No, it's true that not being selfish or being selfless, because whatever, being selfless, helping people around you, that really does make you forget your own worries.
Oh, it's going to make you way happier than snowboarding.
That's true.
And like doing other things.
That is so true. I'm glad that this episode took this turn. I didn't know where we were.
Think about that.
I knew what we were going to talk about, and I didn't realize that I was going to feel so warm and fuzzy on the inside just thinking about doing some service. But I really do want to do a lot of service this year.
Yeah,
that will make us.
We should plan something. Like
we totally will. We 100% will, and
we can make a campaign, a Brown Señoritas campaign.
Oh my gosh! Look at us opening doors
and
first.
Millions will show up.
Everybody come serve with us.
All of our millions of listeners.
My parents would be there. They're so cute.
Oh,
they like call me and tell me what they think about every episode.
Really?
They are.
Must be nice.
I love them. I love your parents.
My mom yelled at me this morning.
Because of yesterday?
Yeah. Well, she didn't yell.
Why?
She sent me a paragraph. Oh, we went to dinner with my parents last night, and I was joking about some traumas my mom gave me, and she was like, tell me all the things that upset you so I can fix it. I was like, Mom, chill.
She's like, everything is trauma for you. It's just a different generation.
It is.
And we
love
can get
her.
into that another time.
At least she cares. Honestly, the fact that she sent you a message like, tell me what I've done, like, that's huge. Because a lot of parents, no, but for real.
Yeah, no, I did see her today, and I was like, I love you, Mom. I really do have good parents. But, I don't know, we got off on a tangent, but,
yeah, I think those are, like I said, we're not therapists, but I'm like pretty confident that will help anyone in that
If none of
situation.
this helps, then go find a therapist.
Yeah, then yeah.
And if there are some of you that are listening and you are spending the holidays alone, away from your country, with nobody, please reach out.
Yeah.
Please reach out.
Message us.
Like, I know we could be total strangers. But today my mom during dinner she was like, hey, do all your friends have somewhere to go for Thanksgiving?
Aww.
And I was like, I don't know. I need to ask. So I'm opening an invite to the world. My mom will cook. She's a great cook. But no, reach out to the people that are around you because you don't know how much they're struggling. Be extra kind, especially during the holidays because I know I need the extra love.
Yeah.
Hug your friends. Hug your family. Hug everybody.
Yeah.
Be extra kind because we're all struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we are so excited to keep chatting with you guys every week. We've got the holidays coming up, so I feel like we're going to talk a little bit about that, and
Yeah, it'll be fun.
it will be a good time. So, I don't know if you guys wanted to say anything else.
No, just follow us, subscribe, like our video.
Yes, come join the fun.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
What were you gonna say? No, yeah, I was gonna say I hope that everyone enjoys this. I know we're still a couple episodes in and it's a work in progress.
For sure.
And you know, we'll get I get feedback from people and I'm like, we're fine. Like, no. But I'm like, no, I need
Nobody asked you.
Yeah. No, I'm like, no, this is how you
Yeah.
progress and, you know, just be better. So
Rome wasn't built in a day. We're working.
yeah, and we're gonna be here for a long time. So,
Yeah, so-
it's only
And if anything, this is keeping me
grounded and
grounded
sane.
and going.
Yeah.
and we'll be here for a long time and it's just gonna get better.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
And join us next week for our next episode.